Howdy, partners! Welcome to the Haunted Chronicles, episode number 109. Thank you, Kane and Deb from the Demon Files, who joined us last week, and that's available on our on-demand section. Tonight's guest is Sarbajeet Mohanty from the Indian Paranormal Team. He just flew in from India and is resting a bit in the Haunted Chronicles green room, nibbling on some cookies and refreshments. And give him a little break, and he'll join us shortly. This week's episode is brought to you by Maxwell House, specially blended and ground from perfect coffee. Every Maxwell House coffee is good to the last drop. That's Maxwell House. I am Mr. Haunted, and Jennifer Runyon is on a secret mission, it's kind of secret, doing research for a future show. I believe she's in the Kentucky, Ohio area researching the elusive green-clawed river monster. So look forward to that. And hosting with me tonight is the baby-faced assassin, Brock Burrows. Brooke!
Hey.
What's up?
What's going on?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, man. I tell you, I'm so... Wow. I just read something. I am so upset that I wasn't able to tune in last week. We had our flyball tournament, and we got delayed like we always do on Friday nights. And so by the time I got... I was getting ready to run my dog in a single dog race. I looked at the clock and I was like, crap, I'm not going to make it.
Fly ball. I didn't know flies had balls.
They do.
Okay. Thank you.
Big ones.
Well, how's the weather been over there, Brock, in Virginia?
Oh my. It's been... Did we already have spring and summer and go back to winter?
I didn't see it.
The wind is unbelievable here. It's the last couple. It wasn't too bad 2 days ago, but I think it was Saturday night this past weekend. I thought my house was going to blow away. It was probably the strongest wind we've seen in a long time, and but it's been chilly. But they're saying it's supposed to warm up at the end of next week, so we'll wait and see. How's the weather up there?
Well, it's been snowing and cold all week, but there was a little accumulation, and it was enough for me to be able to make a little snowman, maybe about 3 or 4 inches tall. And I went to put a little top hat on him. You know, so he looks like a little gentleman.
Yeah.
And it must have been too heavy for the little fella, and he went crumbling to the ground. Bless his little snowflake heart. He's not with us anymore.
Wow. Oh, that makes me sad.
Yeah.
What? So, I'm not going to do it, Jimmy. I'm not going to do it. How are you doing tonight, Jimmy?
Well, it's weird because today I'm happier than the Saskatchewan pygmy monkey nestled on a snow-covered branch of a sassafras tree. How you like them apples?
Say that 10 times fast.
I can't even say my name 10 times fast. Come on. We do have our guest here. He's going to join us in Celebrity Birthdays. We talked earlier, and he'd like to play with us. Cool. But first, I have a bit of news before we bring our guest in. Anytime I get a story like this, when I come across something weird, I like to share them with you guys. And if anybody heard you on Coast to Coast, was it not Coast to Coast? I'm sorry. Whoa, Midnight in the Desert. Last week I shared this story. This was on March 12th, 2016. A customer brought back a piece of fabric to a fabric store. And I'm going to actually share this picture in the chat with you guys, too.
Cool.
So this doesn't sound interesting, does it?
No, it does.
It's not promising.
No, I think it's very promising. What are you talking about?
All right, so this lady brought this fabric back to return it and get her money back. And there it is for you guys in chat. She said she purchased it, and when she got home, she said it became possessed. So, you didn't know it was going to go that way, did you? The employee was told to send it to the claims department. The customer said, she did try to do something about it, you know. The customer said that she put it in the freezer overnight to freeze the demon in it. Apparently that didn't work. She brought it back to the store. Just thought you liked that little gem.
Well, you know, and normally, if you freeze a demon, you're good because they'll be in a frozen state. And so I'm kind of surprised that this didn't work.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't even try, man.
Man, I tell you, it's unbelievable what people do sometimes.
You know what? Because if I was the person on the receiving end of this piece of fabric, I would ask every detail possible. What happened, ma'am? What did it do? Did it spit green soup? Did its head spin? Did it, what? I want to know what happened. What happened? Everything.
Exactly. Well, you know, and there's a craze going around now, and people are posting it on Facebook, where I don't know if you've ever used Snapchat, but apparently they have this feature in Snapchat where you can have two people in the frame and you could swap faces.
Yeah.
And so people are doing it with dolls, and it's really freaky.
Oh, good. You just gave me an idea for a future show.
There you go.
Everybody in chat will be featured as a doll in a future episode. When I got nothing.
Nice.
I believe, let me get confirmation. Is tonight's guest with us? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Tonight's guest is Sarbajeet Mohanty, a paranormal investigator and co-founder of Indian Paranormal Team. Thank you for joining us. How are you? And how was your flight?
It was a flight, I wouldn't say. Okay, at first, hi Brock, hi David, hi Jimmy.
Hey.
So, I was in a flight in my dream because I just had a nap.
What were you dreaming about? Do you remember?
Yes, I was dreaming that I'm, traveling to the USA for the radio show. So,
Nice.
pretty excited, full of excitement the dream was, and I woke up with your Skype notification. See,
Yeah.
And even the net got fixed right now. In India, see, there are not a lot of net problems.
And we are very excited to have you here. And,
Yes.
and for everyone that doesn't know, you're from India, and it's 5:30 a.m. there. So
Yes.
I talked to you at 5:30 p.m., and then you had to be on at 5:30 in the morning. So forgive the guy if he's a little woozy. All right.
I'm pretty active right now, actually. See.
All right, good.
So
Awesome.
finally, we are on the show. See, I'm very excited right now.
That's good. And did we lose Jimmy?
I guess so, because suddenly I felt he has left.
Yeah. Jimmy's Skype does this every now and then, but we'll get him back on here shortly. Go figure. Everything happens at once. It's a fun part about doing a radio show. But now I would imagine that the weather in over there is a little warmer than it is over here right now.
To be very honest, not warmer. It's the hottest right now. The place where I'm staying. It's 43 degrees Celsius right now.
Oh, wow.
So, you see, right now I'm feeling like I'm in the, middle of the equator.
I'm back.
Wow. Hey, he's back.
What did I say last?
Nothing.
Okay.
You just disappeared.
We're very excited that he's here. It's 5:30 a.m. Blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to start Scary Movie Celebrity Birthdays. For new listeners, I'm going to give you some celebrities that have appeared in some scary movie, and they have a birthday this week, and you're going to guess how old they're going to be. Okay? Patricia Arquette, who is in Night Watch, the TV series Medium, Bringing Out the Dead, and the Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, The Dream Warriors, and we had her co-star Ken Sagoes on probably like a year and a half ago. Patricia Arquette.
We'll let you go first. Hey, Jimmy, I got to tell you before we lose you again, Patricia Arquette. I have kind of a little crush on her. So how old do you think she'll be? Because we lost Jimmy again.
I guess Jimmy just read your mind, and he came to know that you had a crush on her.
Yeah.
And that's the reason he asked this question.
Oh, I'm sure of it. And Dave's posting pictures in the chat room.
Oh, we lost him again, I guess.
Yeah. So how old do you think Patricia Arquette will be this week? Or whenever. Yeah, this week.
To be honest right now, the movie... Actually, this game is based on movies, I guess.
Yes.
So in India, particularly, there as the show proceeds, I will let you guys know how the paranormal stuff and the paranormal movies are here in India, how they are treated and all. So we generally don't find such the many movies that are released out in India. Like if the movie has a high budget, or if the movie has created a hype, only then the movie is released here in our country.
Gotcha.
Like for example, The Conjuring is, I guess, was the first paranormal movie that was released in our country. Before that, there was no such Hollywood flick that got a place in the theaters of the Indian cinema. And you're back again.
See my head? Hey, join us next week on the Haunted Chronicles. Thanks for the show, guys.
So Jimmy, we're getting ready to guess Patricia Arquette's age.
Okay, now that everyone in the world has Googled it, how old is Patricia Arquette this week?
I think she's going to be 50.
Sarba?
I see. Right now, I'm going to use my psychic abilities, even if I don't have it.
Okay.
Nearly. Yeah, from 49 to 55, somewhat like that.
She will be 48 years old. Let's give him a correct then.
I just missed it.
Yeah.
I think he gave a whole decade window. Somewhere between 30 and 80, I believe. Very good.
Good pick, Jimmy. Good pick. We like some Patricia Arquette.
Haley Joel Osment was in AI, artificial intelligence, Tusk, and was Little Cole, the little boy in The Sixth Sense. And for an extra bonus tidbit, he was Forrest Jr. in Forrest Gump. Remember at the end when Forrest was looking at the TV and he tilted his head and then the little kid did the same thing? That was that little kid there.
No. Mm-hmm. What was it? Give me the name one more time.
Haley Joel Osment. He's the one that said, "I see dead people," when he was a little kid in The Sixth Sense.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Gosh, I don't know. I see him as a little kid from the movie. I'm going to say, I don't know, 40.
40.
Get off! Hello. Did you hear me?
No, I guess somewhat in his 30s.
Brock, did you guess?
Yes, I said 40. Oh, Jimmy dropped again.
I thought it's our country where we face such difficulties.
Yeah, no, Jimmy does too. Oh, we hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old?
28.
How old was it?
28.
28.
Yeah. See, I'm again a bit close to the answer.
And you know what? While kicked off. I don't know why. I'll have to figure that out later. But in the chat room while I was gone, I see bra sizes. Brock's acting like a viper. What did I miss? The duct tape. Melons are on the rise. I don't.
No idea.
I don't know. A whole nother show's going on in there. Good for you guys.
And that's the side entertainment they're putting us.
And everyone,
Exactly.
look, we have a new listener, Kama Sutra Joe, in there. And Joe is going to be a future guest right there.
Yeah.
So one more for you. Sarah Michelle Gellar, who was in The Grudge and was Daphne in the Scooby-Doo movie.
And Jimmy's breaking up. Sarah Michelle Gellar. She's going to be around my age. But she's older, I think. So I'm going to say 39.
Yes, I guess we dropped him again.
Yeah, he dropped again.
I'm here.
So how old? Oh,
He's
he's back.
there.
I'm waiting for your answers.
So
39?
I said 39.
Yep, 35 to 40. 39, you may say.
Correct. 39 to 40. Correct.
Yes.
You know what? Sarb. I call him Sarb. Sorry. You know what?
No problem.
You're going to bring a lottery ticket to the headquarters once and say, I got 114, 17. Those aren't the numbers. I said, no, but they were close. So
No. So we at last gave a right answer. So are we getting anything for it?
no prizes or anything. I mean,
and that's not. I was expecting a prize. You see, from the USA to India.
I will send you a prize personally.
That would be awesome.
Holy mackerel! Did somebody's house fall over?
Yes.
You
I don't know even the people are awake at this time of the day, and I'm pretty surprised to that.
All right, my first question for you before I get kicked out of here is tell us how you got started investigating and how did you start your group?
Yes. So when I began investigating, it was nearly 4 years ago. So, like, I am right now 20 years old. Yes, Jimmy once called me a kid, and I felt it offensive.
Oh, he didn't like that.
I prefer being called a young man. You say?
He's a young man.
Yeah. So, and so it was when I was 16. I was I started investigation. So it was like when I was a kid. I was brought up with lot of urban legends, stories from grandma, grandfather, mother, father, and everyone. And like in India, there are many such urban legends that many people means the people who are abroad or outside India don't even know such urban legends that we have here. These are pretty weird, pretty awkward, and pretty amazing as well. So then I had this fear in my mind that if I go into the dark, someone will come and will take me with him or will kill me or whatsoever. And then gradually I started realizing that yes, I'm not the only one who fears. See, the fear, everyone had that part of his brain which was involved only for fear. May it be me, may it be Jimmy, or may it be David or Brock or anyone. Because fear, not everyone is born fearless. I feel that personally. And then gradually I started researching on why we fear, what is there to fear, and all other stuff. And then gradually I came to I came to know about this paranormal world that yes, there is a world as where there is something that is not explainable by the science and other scientific facts. And yes, that's how I got an interest. And I believe once you get the proper knowledge, you will never fear to anyone, either it be a ghost or be a human. If you have proper knowledge, I believe knowledge cancels fear, and
Yeah.
that way I got over my fear, and then I started going through some online blogs and websites to for the people who put up the blogs and give some basic information regarding the paranormal and other stuff.
Now, could
And
you tell us how the paranormal is looked at in your country compared to ours?
let's see. I would ask you, I would request you to visit one day India, and you would feel like, oh my gosh, where I am regarding the paranormal. Because in India, you visit India, you will be given the best of best guest services. But when it comes to ghost, they will say, "Sir, we don't know you."
Right.
Okay, so the paranormal is totally a taboo in our country.
Mhm.
And say it a paranormal, and whenever we say that yes, we are paranormal investigators, people think we catch ghosts. Okay,
And what do they
what
call
we
you?
do? Ghost catcher. And that's the weirdest name I have ever heard. And how could someone be a ghost catcher? See, and what the thing is, we captured the ghost, we put it in a bottle and throw it inside the ocean, like like the USA Army did to Osama bin Laden.
Wow.
So, and actually, it's a fun part. And then sometimes we feel like, what the hell we are doing right now? See, we don't get much support here in our country, and it's like we are going against the long prevailed tradition that people are acquainted to, people are accustomed to, and that way we are going against their belief system, their faith system. So that way don't many people support us. But yes, after so many years of thanks to the TV shows and thanks to all those celebrity paranormal investigator for whom the paranormal is getting a bit famous here in our country, and but still people think it's a part of entertainment. People think if you are a paranormal investigator, you are a celebrity, you will be doing TV shows and all other stuff. They don't know what is going deep inside, what a paranormal investigator does deep inside. So the paranormal scene in our country is still not in a good position as compared to the other world, means other part of the world.
I have we're coming on break in a couple minutes. I wanted to get like one more question, and I'll do a short one. When you were 14, like you started out like most of us, you investigated cemeteries because you didn't have any place to go. Did you ever experience anything in any of the cemeteries paranormally?
Yep, on my first investigation, that was my first investigation.
You want to save that one for after break? That story?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I
you
didn't know
better,
that was it.
you better.
Yeah.
No problem. No?
That was a good one.
Yeah, and Jimmy, we actually Virginia Tech has a I don't know if it's an educational facility or a research facility over in India, and I don't remember what part of India. And some of the people that we support have gone to India to make sure everything gets off the ground and everything. And I joked with them. I'm like, do I get to go? Because we've had a lot of grad students that worked with us in our office that were from India, and they would always tell us that it's a great place. It's just usually you have to fly to one place and then you travel forever to get to where they were from. And and it was one of those things that I find it interesting, but I don't know if I can stand the heat. I mean, I love the warm weather, but over there you don't have warm weather. You
like
have hot weather.
It's not warm. It's the hottest weather right now.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
And you know what? I want to mention one more thing. Tonight's guest is the second guest in our history that came in from the future. It's already April. What is it? The 9th?
It's 9th April right now.
It's already 9th April. So how did it last night go? Did any disasters or anything happen? Are we safe?
The future is good right now. till now it's good. You
All right,
are you are welcome to the future.
thank you. I'm
And
looking forward to it.
you,
Actually, we're already at our halftime break, so we're going to hear stories about your first investigation and some urban legends
yes,
on the other side of the break.
yeah.
Stay tuned for more Haunted Chronicles. Welcome back to the Haunted Chronicles, home of your guaranteed halftime shout out for those of you in chat. Thank you, Barry, Brock, Dr. Dave, Indy Dwayne, KLF, Maggie Renee, Mama D, Paul Chadwick, our executive in charge, Paramedic Colin, Tiffany, Scott, Vicky, Randy, Russell, Candy, Linda, Tony. And you know what? I'm going to get all the shares done now, too, because there are so many. These are all the people that shared our event page. Ready, guys?
Yeah.
Jennifer,
Go.
Kelly, Sarah, Russell, Cohen, Boneyard Paranormal, Glenn, Laura, Donnie, Frankie, Valerie, Glenn, Chad, India Paranormal Team, Debbie, Greg, Maggie, somebody starts with a Z, Electric City Paranormal, Rick, Chris, Ghosts and All Things Paranormal, Corey, Tiffany, Randy, Big Bear, Ghost Seekers, Fabian, Robin, Brock, Renee, Paul, Anne Maria, Terry, starts with a C. How you doing? Paranormal Cat, Mary, Eric, Amy, and Cheryl and Michelle and Heather. Thank you all. Thank you. So, before break, we were going to start a story about your first paranormal investigation, and now we have time for it. So, give it to us, guys.
Yeah, so my first paranormal investigation. So that was in a cemetery, and like I said, I had the only thing that I had was my father's stolen device, and
That one?
yeah, yes. So the device and a digital camera. Okay. So I was then investigating, and I believe when I don't know if you guys follow it or not, but I feel it. If like if we are dealing with the other world, we don't know what exactly we are dealing with. We don't know what's other side of the door. We see. So what I feel fear is the only thing that if you don't have that fear, then you are saved from those evil spirit. I believe there are also evil spirit like evil people. So what I believe is we should have a protection. Like I said, our team is a combination of science and spirituality. So what we believe is that we should have a kind of protection, a spiritual protection with us, which would help us from the spiritual attacks, both emotionally and physically, if it happens. So yes, then I was investigating. It was nearly 8 to 9 p.m. of the night, and in our country you are not allowed to enter the cemetery after 6. So I gave the caretaker some bribe. Okay, that's illegal right now, but see, that's a good thing because he allowed me.
How much does it cost to get in one of those places?
I bribed him,
Some
and then we then actually I was alone. Like I said, I started investigating alone without any friend or without anyone with me. So then while investigating this place where the camera, see, I had kept the flash of the camera on, but then there was this grave where the flash did not work, and I was pretty amazed that means if I'm turning 90 degrees sharp, standing at that position, the flash is working, and when I'm pointing it at the same place on the same grave again, the flash is not working. So what's the deal there? I was pretty, intrigued to know about it. Then I started questioning, and see what how I investigate. Suppose I am doing a good men's session. A good men's session means you are asking some basic, simple, in the most polite way you can ever ask to the spirits out there, and then there comes a point where to get the evidence you need to give a provoke to the spirit so that they do some activities which we can capture as an evidence. So what I did is I set them I am declaring a war against them, that if you dare touch me if you can. And I don't know, I guess they took it pretty seriously, and what they did is they punched me. Okay, I got this sudden blow on my chest, like someone came running and gave a tight punch on my chest.
First day
And
ever.
yeah, it was my first investigation, and I was like, I couldn't get what happened. Right, I thought no, there's some stomach problem right now. I guess I have eaten something wrong, and that's the problem. And so that way I ignored it. And then when I got back home, the pain of the attack increased to that level that I wasn't even I was not able to sit properly at a particular place. The pain was so severe. And then, like I had mentioned, Jimmy, a couple of weeks ago, that we have another founder of our team, Akshay Stalekar. He's a psychic medium and been practicing all this since more than 8 years. And I told him the same, that see, I think I don't know why I'm feeling this pain. I haven't been trembled upon or got beaten or any such thing. So what he said, that let me connect to you and let me see what happened, and if there's something I will give you a healing. And so he connected, and he said me, it was he who said that because you were without a protection, because you created a lot of disturbance in the energies, you were being attacked by a spirit. And even I realized, when I go for investigations, I get so excited, so much excited, that I forget what to ask and to take protection. And that way, and then he gave me healings, and after a period of 1 hour, I started feeling well and good. So I got attacked on my very first investigation, and instead of putting me down that event, it gave me a boost, that oh my gosh, that yes, the pic you shared on the chat room right now was on my first investigation.
I do have a question about that.
Yeah.
When you were 14 years old, were you 16 on your first investigation? Or
Sorry?
whatever the age you were on your first investigation, when you came home after getting punched in the chest, did you tell your parents, oh my God, I just got punched in the chest in the cemetery?
No, of course not. Had I been telling that, I wouldn't have been, giving you the interview right now.
All right, good then.
I would have been, having a sleep. So no, I didn't tell them, and I knew they would freak it out. Means any person who would give a listen would freak out, because the first thing is, I went there very excited, very cheered up to see the spirit world, and I came back being attacked by the spirit world. And yes, that was one of the, I would say, one of the not captured evidence, but yes, since it was it got a place in my personal experience, I feel it was one of the best experience I have ever had.
So you embraced the punch. Yeah.
Yep. I was like, and I finally thanked the spirit, that thank you, I thought you never existed.
Wow.
And that way that was my first investigation, and then we continued with more, like, if if a spirit can punch me so hard that the pain remains for 3 to 4 hours, just imagine what they can do. Not the evil spirit, the good spirit also. What they can do if they are, provided sufficient energy to manifest. We can get a good and pretty awesome evidence if you are if you provide them some good energies to manifest.
We were talking earlier. We weren't going to talk about this, but we started talking, and you know that I love urban legend stories, and you have a few from your country that you shared with me. Can you tell our listeners about the tree one and the witch one? I really liked.
Yes, sure. And the tree one is what I have heard personally when I was a kid, and it was like my grandma used to say that in our native place there was this tree, and what the tree did was, if at a particular time of the day, if you are going near the tree would open up and it would take you inside. And that was very, very scary.
Yeah, it's scary.
Imagine a tree opening up in front of your eyes and then taking you inside, and all you see is soil inside it.
Would you say its bark is worse than its bite, or? I don't know if you get that over there. Sorry.
No, see, like you just complimented me yesterday that I do get such expressions.
Yeah. Yes. No, I was saying it's amazing that first of all, he knows English better than I do, and he gets all the expressions, and you do, and you have all our expressions and weird those little sayings we have and stuff. Okay, so that was the tree story, very scary.
Yeah.
And how about the witches? What did the witches do?
The witch story, yes. So this was nearly 10 years ago. So in the year 1996, it was one of the most hyped story in our country. And there was this urban legend that in a city of our country, also it is named as Bangalore. The city's name is Bangalore, and there was this urban legend that a witch who used to make used to wander around the around the houses of those who are staying there. And what the witch would do is it would knock on the door and would call out in the person's mother's voice. Okay.
I don't know.
And
Good. It called out in a mother's voice. That was a knock,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, and I would explain it by giving an example. And right now, I would prefer Brock by taking him to the example. So Brock, and let assume that you are in India and you
Okay.
are sleeping. You are sleeping. It's night, and someone comes, knocks at the door, and calls you out by your mother's voice. What would you do?
I'd probably go see what she's doing out there.
Exactly. And the urban legends, the urban legend goes like this: that when the witch calls out the person in the mother's voice, the person would certainly, open the door to see what his mother is doing there. And the moment he opens the door and sees the witch standing, he would die within the next 24 hours.
Oh wow!
And to get rid of this happenings, I believe this was a story to scare the children so that they don't get up at night. Okay. And what the people started doing, the residents out there started writing "come tomorrow" in front of their doors, so that the witch would see that yes, they have written "come tomorrow," and it would come the next day instead of the day it is standing. So that way, to their astonishment and to my astonishment, this seemed to work, and the witch, which was bothering them, according to them, started, stopped bothering them from then. And I don't know how did that happen. I believe the person who was murdering all these guys was someone who was caught by the police, and that's why they got rid of the witch.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
What a story that
I could say right now that when my mom ever calls me for something, I'm not going.
just don't go. I got 2 quick questions I got from the chat room.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to them all, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to fit in my questions too. What they want to know what you do for a living now, and does it relate to the field, the paranormal?
Like I said, I am only 20.
Right.
And right now I am pursuing my engineering degree. So I don't do anything for living, because right now I am a student who is boring student doing his engineering studies. And paranormal is a passion for me. Paranormal is not the mean of income right now for me. And I'm still living on my parents' money, you see.
What Brock, do you have any questions?
No, go ahead and get those other questions in.
Yeah, I just want to know if you had any. What places have you investigated? Like cemeteries, haunted locations, homes. What types of places, and what do you like best?
I've investigated cemeteries, but they weren't so much haunted. There weren't so much activities, but yes, I got some photographic evidence and some EVPs and some EMF readings. And then I have investigated private properties. I've investigated parks, PARKS, parks. And I would like to share an incident with me I had in a park. And I have investigated some government building. And to give you a shock, our government doesn't believe in the paranormal, and still it did call me to investigate their place. You see the irony?
Yeah, they don't believe it, but come check it out for us.
And I've investigated some universities and some ancient places, some ruins of 18th and 19th of 18th and 17th century.
I'm curious about the government property. What did they say was happening?
There were the government property, as in it was an office actually, and what the workers felt was that there are some shadow activities going on inside the office, and people used to see shadows, and like for example, if they're walking, they would hear a loud thumb on in the other room, and when they would go and check it out, they would see their files and papers all scattered all around.
Wow.
So that was what they were experiencing, and then they sent in a mail to our mail ID, and we investigated the place. And what we got to know is the manager out there told me that please don't disclose it, because our owner doesn't know it. Because like I said, it was a government building. Had I been disclosing the same on the internet, I would have been landed in a jail. because there is an a law or an act here in our country that called the anti-black magic law.
Wow.
That if you are conducting any such activities which represents black magic or dark magic or any such thing, you will be put behind the bars.
Well, does that worry you?
No, it doesn't, because see, we use devices that we can show that people that see we have devices. We are not saying anything from our mind. If you don't believe us, take the device and go and investigate it yourself. You have the guts.
Oh.
So then that was the case. But still, we think it was a good achievement for us, because at least the government might not believe, but the employees do believe.
Yeah. And we have a couple minutes left. I want to tell people that are listening, or we're sharing your links in the chat, but I want to tell people that are just listening that your website is it indiaparanormalteam.com?
Yeah.
And on Facebook, /India Paranormal Team. So you guys look them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indian Paranormal Team.
What were you? Oh man, I want to ask you something. I forgot what it was. Damn.
So the witch stories?
Oh no, it wasn't the witch story. You were telling me, like I said, when I was telling you when I first became interested in this, I was watching television shows on TV, sightings, unsolved mysteries, and buying books. And tell us what you had there to learn from when you were a kid.
See, I am a kid of future, you see.
When you were a kid.
Because even right now I am in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, I was a kid of the future. So I got the internet to, search for all this stuff, to get knowledge and to gather some knowledge, so that I could get a basic knowledge regarding the paranormal. So that, see, you need a basic knowledge of everything to continue with it. If you don't have, then there is no meaning. Like Brock said, the people who try to destroy the spirit and don't know how these people do this, because they don't have the basic knowledge of the paranormal. So I gathered information from the internet, and it was the only thing, because we don't get paranormal books in our country. We get spiritual books, but not paranormal books. So it's difficult for us to, and all we could do is just order it online, and just either order it online or give a search on the Google, and there was no other way. So yes, and that's how I started gathering. The internet was my only friend then.
Wow, my friend. Guess what?
Friend, because it did help me.
You get to go back to sleep. We're out of time. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, Brock. Thank you, Dr. Dave, for producing. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Next week's show is going to be called On the Job, which will remain secret until later.
Thank you, everyone. Brock, David, Mr. Haunted, Jimmy, you are an awesome guy, you see.
Thank you very much, and good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.